FileMaker.training.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. If you'd like to support the channel, we'd greatly appreciate it. Feel free to pick up one of these F Training subscription bundles. There are 3 options. Every once in a while, I get people telling me, hey, Margaret, the live streams are pretty great, but either one, you talk too fast. Guilty as charged. Richard is too, people have issues with the presenters, or at least they have issues with the fact that the presenters are interrupted often to take questions. We keep a very conversational vibe here on purpose for a couple reasons, but that doesn't always work for people. Our video bundles basically are very they're narrow topics. The videos each 4 to 30 minutes long at max. They cover very specific things. There's no interruptions. They're all very animated, and we talk about pretty much everything under the sun to become a competent FileMaker developer in your own right. So if you've bought those, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Helps keep the lights running. Okay, I think we're probably good now. So, Nick, what are we doing?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, Marcus. Thank you for the introduction as usual. So what do we do today? So today we do, which day it is? 14 or no? Which day?
No, we're doing, today is 11. So
11. Okay. It's day 11 on this mini series, like you say. I like the word. The mini series of WebDirect, right? So we talk about WebDirect, and we talk about many aspects of WebDirect in deep. In deep, we take our time. We have time. This is summer, and we like to explain all the problems we have with WebDirect, and to explain why, and we explain how to tackle all those problems, right? And so we start with the login, security, and now we start building layouts and how to build layout and design and techniques and stuff like this, right? So today we are going to continue what we talked yesterday about. Let me stop this and share my screen right quick. Yesterday we rebuilt this part here, right? So we rebuilt this and we made it much simpler, much straightforward, and looking much better, okay? Especially on the web, because this here you're on the web, right? So this looks like something webbish, right? So, but we need now to tackle another problem. So we tackle this, right? And we realize that what you can do on using clients, right? What you can do using a client is not necessary that you can use the same way on the web, okay? So on the web, what you don't want to do is to go to another layout, because when you do so, it's like when you go, I don't know, when you go to, let's go to Google, right? And so you go to Google and you search for RCC, for example. I don't know if we have this RCC. Okay, Richard Carlton Consulting. Okay. So pretty much when you go, so let's say you have a layout, right? Like this. Imagine that the layout, and then you go somewhere here. Well, you have to reload. You reload. Yes, there's a reload, right? That's a reload, right? Right? So you have to reload something when you go, right? So if you go there, you have to reload. So, and stuff coming, boom, 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 like this. It's not like boom. It's not like our layout on the clients, or an app when you go from one part to another part of the app. Boom, 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 boom. Everything flashy. We are on the web, so WebDirect is exactly the same thing. So if I go to another layout, I have to reload everything, a new page. It's a complete new page, right? It's the same as this, right? So it's not a FileMaker WebDirect problem. It's a web or concept problem, right? I mean, since the beginning of the web is like this, you reload the page, right? So when you want to do something, I'm not saying that you can't go to another layout. You can do that, and we will see that later in the, next week. You can do that, but what you cannot do is something like we do here, for example. That's why we have a great example here. Right? So you go there, right? So you have something like this. You set a variable, which is okay. You freeze. Then you go to another layout, right? You load a bunch of stuff, right? You do a bunch of stuff. Then you create a new record. Then you set a field. Then you commit, which is a nightmare for WebDirect. You set, and then you go back to the layout, right? And then you continue to do a bunch of stuff, right? You know what I mean? So all of this is where, and you refresh an object, and you refresh another, and you refresh another, which are missing, by the way. And you do all this type of stuff, right? So, and you do this, and you do this, and I don't even know why it's doing this, to be honest with you. So, okay, so it's doing 10 times, so apparently, right? I don't know why he's doing that 10 times, but it's okay. And then you have this, and then you have this. Okay, so this is an epic nightmare for WebDirect, especially to do something as simple as what we want to do. So why, first of all, why is it so complicated, right? Or because, I mean, why it is built like this? It is built like this to give the most clarity possible. Go to a layout, set field, set variable, go back, and so they wanted in this copy of FM starting point to be straightforward and are having the most to have the best discoverability, and also to be a support for Richard and other people at RCC to do trainings, okay, to train newbies and beginners. So that's why it's big like this. But this, unfortunately, when it comes to WebDirect, you cannot use the newbie stuff. You need to go a little bit further, right? And that's why you come here. So here, in that case, when I want to create a note, why all this nightmare? Why all of this nightmare? Well, this nightmare is because there's no UI. There's no UI. You add the notes, right? You add the notes, and then you stay there. You stay here, and you reuse objects you have in the layout to fill up stuff, right? So that's why it's complicated, because there's no UI. We don't have a support for UI and the UX, a user experience. We don't have, right? So let's build a UI, which is missing. And you will see then when you build a UI, everything is freaking simple. Just what you need is the UI. So let's build it. So I can come here, and I'm going to reuse an object that I already built. Okay, this one. I'm going to reuse this layout, right? So I don't need to build a new one. I'm going to reuse most of it, right, for another purpose. So let's duplicate this layout, right? And let's call it edit/new notes. Okay. Actually, we can say new/edits. Okay? So we're going to use this, and we're going to go to the nodes, which is TO4. So this layout that I'm building, right, now points to the node itself, right? So let's arrange a little bit this layout. So this is, right, edits nodes. I'm going to remove this I don't need, right? I'm going to remove most of this, right? And I'm going here, right? And I'm going to copy those objects, right? This one, this one, this one, and this one. I copy those objects and I'm pasting there, right? Pasting there. So I can make this bigger. Actually, no, it's not necessary. This, yes, can make it bigger. Can make the same objects, same size. Do that here, make it bigger, right? And I can make it like this. Actually, I don't need the box. Um, yeah, I can keep the box. I like the box. Like this, right? So we have now edit nodes layout, right? But it doesn't need to be that high. I will explain to you, right? So it doesn't need to be that high. We can build like this, okay? And we can do this. And we make this to be, yeah, get bigger like this. And this, we can keep it like this. Okay, so now this goes to the TO4, and this one wasn't going to the TO4, it was going to the TOGA, but now I am in a TO4, so I'm going to say current, right? So I'm repurpose current, right? It's the same field, but from another table for another occurrence, right? And this one, bottom. So now I have my UI, correct? So this is let's put this a close window because I need a close button. So let's put that a close button. Let's do it close for now. I'm going to take care of the validation later, which is, but let's do a close button. So now, what do I want to do? I want to create the notes, right, in this layout and make this layout a card style window. Okay, right. But I already have a script that do that here. I can reuse this open edit because that's the same thing I want to do. New window, right? I'm going to duplicate this because it's the same our new window, but pointing to the different layout. But I can reuse the open edit data. I can reuse that script, right? I can make a separation here. And actually I can duplicate those two scripts, right? Duplicating them, putting them here, and I'm going to rename them. This is create new nodes. And this is cancel new nodes. correct? So what does open create new node do? I go to that layout that I just created, the new edits nodes, right? Is the same layout, size, is the same everything, but it points to a different layout. I don't need this. I need this. I'm creating a new record, right? That's what I want. I go there and I create a new record. Demonstration. I'm going here. I'm going to edit this. Okay. So I'm going here and I'm going to create a new node. This is what happened. I don't know why this one is not coming, but it's okay. I'm going to fix this. So I'm editing a new node. Okay. So I'm editing this and this. This is a new record, right? This is a new record. So this window here, now I am in a node table, right? So why I don't have the new node? Why I don't have the dates coming? Oh, because there's a hidden state here I can remove. So I have the dates, the type, everything. Okay, so creation of new, I create a new node. Okay. But I want to, I want like, I don't want to land here. I want this to be, I create a new node. Then I can type my subjects, my notes. I can say this is our outbound email, for example, right? So now if I go here, oh, yeah, I forgot to link the notes to that accounts. Okay. So how we do that? So I create a new request, but I need to do something like this, right? Set variable current account ID. So before to leave the account, I'm taking this. Is this or the other one? I think it's the account. We have another account ID. Yeah, we have this is mine. So this is it. ID account. Okay. So before to leave that layout, I'm gathering the account ID of the current record I'm in here, right? Richard Carlton. Because those related record, I want them to be linked to the current, right? I'm opening the window, I'm setting the new request, and then I say, set fields in a T04 in the notes, right? And I should have an ID account somewhere. ID accounts, no, this is constant. ID account, where's the ID account? ID account, why I have, okay, this one. ID accounts with the current account ID. Okay, so what I'm doing here is simple. I'm gathering the ID of the account I'm in, Richard Carlton. I'm going to, in a new window, to the TO4 nodes, and I'm creating a new record, and I'm setting the account ID foreign key with the current ID account. So, right? Let's try. Boom, right? So now if I do this, I'm choosing that is okay. Test one, right? So if I close this now and it's still not doing, it's not there. Yeah, it's there, right? It is there. Before this, I need to do something to make sure that because I'm opening a new window. So before this, I need to commit the record where I'm in. It needs to be committed. So when you, because you know, if the record is edited, is open, you need to commit the record to free the record, right? You set the account ID, create a new window in this TO4 notes layout table, create a new record, and then set the account, this record here, linked to that account, this account record, right? And if I do this, there's two, right? And a close is there, correct? Okay. So now, that's okay. But now I want to take care of the cancel notes. I want to cancel the notes, right? Well, cancel is very simple. Delete the current record and close the window. This is my cancel. So, right, this is my cancel. But, you know, here, this window here, I'm going to use the window for our editing the notes or creating the notes, right? So I need to know what the script should do, correct? So this is my technique. This script here, when it's new, I want the close window to delete and close when it's new, right? When it's a new record, new notes, okay? So when you create a new notes, when you create it, you declare, right? Let's put that here. You declare a global variable and you say, this is a new notes. And you say true. You could put 1, but I like my code to talk a story. New note, true. New note, yes, it's true, right? New notes. So I like to put true here instead of putting 1. You can put 1 that's exactly the same thing, but it's not talking the same way. I don't know. It's maybe my OCDs. I don't know. So for this type of stuff, I'm saying true. Do whatever you want. You can do 1, 1 or true, that's the same thing. You declare this is a new notes. So if you have the new notes true, then the cancel says if new notes is true, so you don't need to do anything else because it's 1, 0, true, false. You don't need to do that. You don't need to say if this equal 1. No, you don't need just this. If new notes delete, correct? Right? And in the same time, right? You declare new notes as gone. Correct? So let's use this. So let's put this as, cancel. Okay. So you have a new note. So I created a new notes, right? So here I have new nodes somewhere, new nodes, 1, true. So since I have this, if I click here, it said, oh, by the way, you want to cancel, new node is here, I delete this new record you just created, I remove the new node tag, say, okay, I'm gone, the node is deleted, it's okay, and then you close the window. So it never happened. I never created, it never happened, right? So now, before we go to the question, let's take care of the validation, okay? Well, the validation is very simple. Validate new node, right? Well, is this and close. You validate, right? But something else I want to happen, right? So this button validate, right? What it does, create the nodes, right? Create the nodes is there. And this button says, remember this tag new? Well, I want that to be out of the way. So because it's no longer a new node, it's a validate node. Do this and close. Is there. But it's a new node. I want this node to be selected. Right? When you close, when you say validate, I want this node, this new node to be selected. You remember yesterday, I made a big deal saying that when you use a field for this type of selection, you click and you set a field, then you have a link, and then you display a related record because you click here and you have an ID. Okay. I said, I want a global. Why? Because you can set a global from one table to another without any relationship. We don't give a damn. You can set a global from one table to another table without any connection, any relationship. We don't care, right? So, and that's why it's a big deal, because when I close the window here, I want to set the active row with the new ID of the accounts of the nodes here. So this validate stuff is this. Before I close, I said set fields. I don't give a damn of if I have a relationship or not. I'm going where the global field that I want to use to, what the name of the fields? I don't remember. The name of the global field, because the name of the global field we set up here. Oh, yeah, sorry that. The field is ID current node. Okay. So let's go to the ID current nodes, right? And remember, I am in this layout. So I'm setting the global field ID current nodes global field. I'm set in accounts. I'm setting this with the current ID nodes I'm in. I am there. I just created this. You know, I want, so demonstration. Let's go demo. Ready nodes. I'm here, right? I'm setting this test 5, test 5. And I want the validated button, right? He said, okay, I'm removing the new node tag. I'm setting the global in accounts with the current node I'm in. I just created it, right? And then close the window. And it's test 5 selected, right? Again, test 6, validates, boom, test 6 selected. Correct? That's what I wanted, right? So if I create a new node, I put something here, and I don't want it, I cancel. Boom. And it never existed. Never existed, right? So do we have any questions?
To cancel, create, and edit could use revert record request? Question mark.
No, revert doesn't work here. I don't know why this is not coming. Revert won't work because you created a record. Revert won't delete the new record created. You know? So you created a record, so I don't want to revert. And also, okay, let's say I'm here and I use reverts, right? So I delete the record. That's okay. It delete the record, right? But what about this? You know, I do this, and I click here. I commit the record here. Where you revert, it's gone. No revert possible because you committed. So that's why you want this to say, yes, okay, it's a new node, even if it's committed, then you delete the record, you reset the tag new node, and then you close the window. It never happened. You understand what I mean? The revert, unfortunately, doesn't work because if you commit the record, you screwed. I never use revert. You know, really, really rare. I'm using revert. You know, very rare. Other question?
Yep. Would it be okay to get record open state equals 1 instead of new note?
No. Same problem with if you commit the record. The problem if you commit, you know, if you commit the record, if I do this, commit, it's gone. The open state is gone. The open state, you know, the new record never committed is gone. So it's a record. Boom. So the open state won't work. The revert won't work. You know, so because if the guy click here, that's gone. So where do I go? You know, if I do this, you know, I say here, okay, the get open record state, 0. It's gone. I committed. All of this is good until you commit the record, but since you have no way to know if the guy is going to click here, right? You understand? You can't rely on those things. The open state and the revert, and you can't because you have a human interaction, which is unpredictable by definition.
David,
Yep.
let me know if that doesn't make sense to you, but otherwise I think you're good, Nick.
Okay.
Yeah, David says yes, he understands.
Yeah. So you understand. So that means I have my own. I don't rely on those things. First, it's complicated. Because this is simple. Once one variable, and then when you cancel and when you validate, you get away the variable, right? Create a new, and then boom, you go away. You know why? Is because I'm going to edit. I'm going to use the same layout to edit because I don't want those things to be editable, right? Those things here, I don't want that to be editable. We don't edit this. All of this, and that's one not editable, right? Because we are on the web. We are on the web. Everything you edit need to be inside a UI. You can click here and edit. No, right? You know what I mean? It never exists this, you know? No, what you want instead, right, is the edits, right? It's an edit button. That's what you want, right? And the edit is extremely complicated, right? You want edits, okay? Edit notes, right? So I'm making a script because it's simpler, but, right? So you want to edit the note, right? So remember this here, this here. So this is like this, and this is like this. So we want this, okay? It's the same. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to replicate this in another script step, okay? Actually, no, yeah, it's okay. So remember that this is a relationship, TO1J. It shows a note that we initiate with this fields. Each time I click here, this change, right? Okay, this. So I'm selecting this and I have a relationship. I want this. Actually, I don't even need a script. That's the beauty of this system, I don't need a script, and I want the scripts. I'm going to have a single step script. Go to a record, TO1J, new window, cal style, going to my edit new whatever slash notes, and the 8th is get window content 8, and this is there is the content with minus the size of the layouts to make the window to the and I'm doing this. Here what happened. One step. So I select this one, edit, close. I'm going to this one, edit, correct? I'm going to this one. There's nothing here, but if I go test one, edits. So now, how this look like on the web? Here we come. Okay. Need to be refreshed. Okay, so I have a problem with the cache because I'm doing a lot of updates. So let's, oh, yeah, I should clear the cache. So you go to develop and you empty the cache here. That's something we need to do sometime. So if I open back this relationship, you know, so you have to reload everything because I removed the cache, but anyway, it's there. So I edit this, boom. Yeah, it's slow. It's slow to load my stuff. It's
No, you're
okay.
good. I don't. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's just
yeah.
other stuff is happening on the server for whatever
Okay.
reason.
So this look something. It looks much more web, right? So you edit, right? Edit. So yeah, you will see. Yeah, but this time you want. Yeah, you need to. You're on the web. People doesn't understand that clicking here, remove something, and there's no validation button. You will get. I don't care. Do it, and you will see. You will receive email. Oh, I cannot validate my notes. How do I validate my notes? That's what you're going to receive. Email like this, like 10, 15 a day, you know, if you have clients. Like my client did, you know. You know, the last time I did that for, the guy, the tax, or, the property tax guy, he was receiving email saying, where is the logout button? Right? Even though there's no login, the users wanted a log out button. They don't care, And I said my clients, so you know what? Don't even try to educate people. Let's put a logout button, even if the logout is just close window, right? And people were happy. They had the logout button. Why? Because people are freaking educated. They want a logout button. They don't want to leave their computer with they want to log out. And they don't understand that if they close the window, if they close this, that logout, they don't understand it because they're not educated that way. They're educated another way. They're educated with Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever, YouTube, whatever. They're educated with those websites. You can come and say, hey, hello, you remember the World Wide Web? Well, I am different. I am the only one different in the entire world, and you need to eradicate yourself because I am the guy, right? That won't happen. That won't happen. So you must come with the canon and the guidelines and the principle of the web. Otherwise, you fired, right? You get fired. So, and you cannot say, yeah, but you know what? You use YouTube, Facebook, whatever all day long, right? But I use FileMaker, and you need to relearn everything because I use FileMaker. That won't happen either. When you have a public page like this, you need and you must embrace all the guidelines and principles that people are educated since 30 years, right? Makes sense to you that, right? It's very important. You can't come and say, yeah, I'm FileMaker, I'm different, I'm not like the world, and you need to learn what I do. No, it won't happen. So that's why there's no pages, there's no website in the entire universe where you can come here, change You can come here, out of the blue in an entire web page like this, right? You come here, you edit, you do this, right? And that's it, saved forever. And if you want the thing before, you need to go to a backup. Nobody will understand that. They will understand that, okay, yeah, edit note. I'm editing the notes. I understand. And I validate my change. Okay, now I got it. I know what I'm doing. I'm good. I'm feeling confidence. You understand? But coming here out of the blue, do this and that, and voila. No. You understand? So do we have any questions?
Uh, nope, we're good.
I'm fighting with many people like this, right? So you can't say, yeah, but the FileMaker, that's the way yeah, in FileMaker, right? But people doesn't even know what FileMaker is, right? They don't even know, and they don't have to, right? We don't want the people to educate new people, with new thing. Just put an edit button, do what they used to have, and then put a big, nice validate button, and they will be happy, right? And guess what? Is it complicated? Oh yeah, it's very. This system very complicated. You have a script, new window, boom, 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 cancel both, right, and validate both, and edit that even no need of a script. Or do you want to see what it was before? Go to another layout, come back to the layout, set the fields, right? You understand? So yeah, it's important that you do that. So if we don't have any question, okay, remember we have this delete button, right? But I want to delete. So now this button is no longer in the portal. So I cannot use the delete portal anymore because I'm not in the portal and I don't want to be in the portal. That also is a very FileMaker-ish stuff, right? And on the web, you don't want out of the blue to have a delete button here, right? Because people won't understand. No, you select this and then you have a delete note here, right? You understand? And even if you want to be very, very web, okay, this is how you want to do. Copy this button. So you go to the layouts, the edit layouts, right? And then you have, I can do that. Put the validate here and the delete note here. Correct? So now this is even more web. And the delete, right? So, when you have everything well done, it's easy to do things. So I have a delete button here with a delete notes. And what does delete do? Delete record requests with the dialog, right? And if you say if get last error, that means the guy said no. If the guy said no, if you have the delete, I will show you, right? You alt. Otherwise, you close. okay? So now my delete node here is not something complicated like this. Up, it's a script or delete nodes. I don't need all of this, right? So let's do it. You edit and you delete in the edit, which makes perfectly sense. If you don't want to do anything, you close. But if you want to delete this node here, the node 1, right? You edit, you delete the nodes, you have this, which we can make a personalized one. But if you say cancel, it alt, oh, I need the error capture. Okay. So, and I can make a personalized one. I don't like the delete, so how to make a personalized? You show dialog and you say delete nodes, which is clean, right? And you say, do you want to delete the node from, and or you can say to delete the node from and you put the date, right? And you say question mark and you say carry return. This cannot be undone. You refresh the guide and say, yeah, if you do this, it's gone forever. Okay. And then you say delete and cancel, right? So now you say you have the delete button is the button number 2. The cancel is number 2. And then you say here, get last message choice equal to. That means you say, okay, button 1, button 2, button 3. So if the button 2 is clicked, that the last message choice button you want to alt, right? Otherwise, you want to continue this and say delete without the dialog because I have my own dialog. So now it looks even better, right? If you cancel, nothing happened, right? See, if you click here, you said this, show dialog, you click cancel, and then that means alt, nothing happened. If you say yes, it deletes and go away, right? So now, remember why I want to have my variable new nodes. Because I don't want the delete button to show up when it's a new, right? I don't want that to come. But I have something to rely on. I have the new nodes tag that tell the system, yeah, you are creating a nodes. So this button deletes, right? You say, if I have nodes, if this is true, I mean, this new node, if it's true, hide the button, okay? Or hide the button, yeah, if it's not, no, if it's not, if I don't have this, hide, okay. So now, I'm here. I edit this. Hold on. I don't have the note. Yeah. Okay. So if I create a notes, I have the edits. I have the new note stuff here. So this is, if I have the new note, I want to hide. Why show up? Hide. Oh, new note. Sorry, guys. New. Okay. That one. If I have new note, go away. Okay. But if I'm editing, I want to delete notes. So now we have, this is well encapsulated, well presented. Okay. There's no accident possible. Everything is, or if you go to your phone, right now, your iPhone, and you go to contacts, okay? And you want to delete the contacts. How you do that? Go right now in your phone, open the contact, type on the contacts you have, and then you want to delete. You need to tap on the edit button, and then on the bottom of the screen, you have delete contacts. Go right now in your phone. If you want to delete a contact from your phone, you need to go to edits, and then you can delete. Edits, and then I can delete the notes. Right? Makes sense? If I click a new, I don't have the delete button. I just have the validate button because it's a new note. Why you want to delete? I didn't even create it yet. I mean, I didn't validate it. I create the record, but technically I didn't create the note yet. Now this note is created. Now I can edit it, and then I can delete it, and then I can say go away. Make sense? Correct?
Yep, that absolutely makes sense. For web, you can place a white box over the scroll bar to hide it permanently.
For web or scroll bar. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, he said that you could place a white box over the scroll bar, I guess, to hide it permanently.
This?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you want to hide this, right? Okay, let me show you how to do that. And then we go to sleep. You create, yeah, because it's midnight for me.
Yes, it is late for you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you create a single slide control. One panel, one. It's a slide, right? I typically like to put it transparent. Yeah, it's part of my OCDs, right? So this is a little bit not tricky, but you put that here. So this is my portal, okay? And here it's my slide, okay? So I make my slide bigger than my portal. So my slide here, my portal is underneath, okay? So I want to get my portal inside this panel. I'm sending this, or I need to check. I need to see where is my, it should be in this group somewhere. Where is my portal? It's here, right? See here. So this is my slide control. This is my portal. I want to put my slide control. I hate this. I want to put my slide control here underneath my pole, right? But the problem is because everything is grouped. So everything is grouped. There's a big group here. So let's ungroup this. Okay. So now my slide control is underneath my pole. If I move my slide control slightly, boom, it goes inside the panel. I'll do it again. I have two objects here, my pole and my slide. I select the pole, I move it with the arrow a little bit, boom, it gets sucked inside the slide control. So now I have this slide control. So now my pole is part of the slide control, right? So let's say I'm doing this always. My pole is part of the slide control. I'm making my pole bigger than my slide. Gone forever. Will never go away. Will never come back. Demonstration is not there. Understand? The slide, because the slide control is smaller than my pole. My pole is inside my control. So my here, see, is there. The scrolling bar is there. But doing that is gone. Is inside the slide control hidden. Then now I have a slick, nice looking, right? Correct? I know you like it, right? That's why you come here, is because you learn stuff like this. So now we have on the web, we have something not only behaving nicely with very small impacts, tiny impact, proof, new record, right? Delete, close, delete in the same table, not in a related table, you know? I edit, I can delete, right? Close, right? So, and I have a nice sliding like this without any whatever stuff showing up. I know it's annoying because it's hard to hide, but now you know how to hide it. So next week we're going to continue this. I mean, do you have any question maybe?
Nope, we're good. So
Okay.
can wrap
So
up.
next week, yeah. So next week we're going to do like when you edit, you change something, and you want to close. That means you want to cancel. You don't want to keep it. The change. Okay. So there's another way that because I show you last time how to do that here, right? But there's another way. So I promised my boss, you know who, Richard Carlton, to go slowly, to go crescendo, to go like more and more and more and more, right? So we have a new way, since FileMaker 19, I guess, to do something like this. And since, so everything makes sense now. Like, for example, the variable for the new node, you saw how useful it is, because not only I can rely on it to know when to delete and not to delete, But also I use it to show the delete button, not showing the delete button. All of this is possible because I have a UI, I have a support, I have something, I have a window, I have a nice window where I can put stuff on it. I can put a delete note button, I can put a validate button, and I can have a UX, I can have a user experience because I have a support. The support has a UI, a UI where a button red, and then I have the UX because I have a support. If you want to do something like this right there, it won't work. You have no support. That's why you had everything on the same level, or a trash button, and click directly here to edit a field, right? Because you have no UI. Now I have a UI. So now that I have a UI, I can show you how to do a cancel and revert and all together, right? Without any problem, right? So not next week. So,
Yep, that'll be awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. This has been an awesome series. People have really
okay.
enjoyed
Yes, I guess, you learned a lot of things today. So,
it. Yes. Thank you very much. I will let you go and I'll run the music. I will see
okay.
you next week.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.